Hi, hello, and welcome back to my podcast. It's not personal, you're just doing it wrong. You might have noticed that we're in a different location. We are coming to you live from my apartment, which means you get to hear my neighbors, my appliances. I hope you can't hear my refrigerator humming, my dogs. Hi, Miss Girl. Hi, Miss Girl. You want to say hello? Yes, there's going to be little cameos now. Do you want to sit up here with me? Do you want to be my first guest? Come up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You could do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Aria's here with us. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Can I start the show now?
Haven't you heard on the internet, girl?
I don't know if this is better or worse. I definitely feel a little bit more like free to do whatever, but when you're free to do whatever, it almost makes it more difficult for me. Like I kind of liked having like the set times in the library. I was allowed to film. Felt like the iPad was going to get a little the iPad was going to Zach, keep the mic in front of your face. This is fun. Oh my God, I'm so new. Okay, anyhow. Today, we're going to be talking about that little trend going around on TikTok and social meteors. Talking about 2016 and bringing 2016 back. Y'all are bringing back 2016 wrong. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing those who were in their prime during 2016, okay? Y'all could never. You're doing it wrong. You're embarrassing yourself, and I'm going to tell you how to do so appropriately. Okay? Take it from someone who actually had all of their adult teeth in 2016. Some of y'all were still walking around here with baby teeth. Okay? That's embarrassing. So, you don't remember 2016 because your frontal lobe was not fully developed. So, how could you even remember? Okay? But first, let's talk about my winter break, my winter hiatus, if you will, what I've been up to. Went and saw Danity Kane. That was a big. Am I having an alfalfa? I can feel it. Yeah, I think I was. Well, it's fixed, and I'm not saying that over again. Yeah, so big pop culture moment that happened was the Danity Kane reunion tour with arguably the 3 best members. So that was incredible hearing Damaged live. Do you have a first aid kit handy? Oh my God. I'm falling apart. Do you have a first aid kit handy? Yeah. Also, like a couple I told you so's we have to cover. Um, Erica Kirk. I was criticized by several about how insensitive I was towards Erica Kirk and her children and her late husband. Um, where are y'all now? Huh? Because have you been seeing what she's been up to? Her Turning Point tour. This was her plan all along. The fact that we're not enough people, like there's so many conspiracy theorists in this world, like she set up her husband's murder. Like, did you see she's been on Summer House? She's been on dating shows. She's run the gamut. This to her is her destiny, you guys. The way that she's touching JD Vance. I want to make sure that I'm keeping my content at least somewhat original. I don't want to just regurgitate all the stuff that I've seen on TikTok. But we can't not talk about her pregnancy and how recent she must have conceived this child before Charlie's passing in order for it to be Charlie's. The Nicki Minaj of it all. Girl, that one hurt. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming with all of the stuff she was saying about her pedophilic brother. And what the vaccine did to him. We knew he was struggling, right? Yeah. Lincoln knows. And so, like, I'm just so relieved to see the rest of the internet catch on. I mean, talk about all seeing, all knowing. I'm very happy to see that the rest of the internet, or at least on my algorithm, has gotten their shit together and, you know, has realized what a crazy bitch she is. Where's the concern about the kids when Nicki Minaj is on stage and the things that her husband, her brother, and her... Is it just her husband and her brother? Or her boyfriend? Her boyfriend, point being... I don't think I have to make it. Point being, you should be able... This is not new. This has been known. And we were able to look the other way because, like, Pink Friday was good. I wish that I could have this moment for life. For life. For life. For life. She told us she was pro-life from the jump, and we weren't listening, and that's on us. And that's on our own failed media literacy. So, good riddance. Moving on to the next. Doechii, Meg Thee Stallion, plenty other rapstresses in the game. But I have to say, I told you so. Told you that bitch was crazy. And now we've got drag queens out here with the Mayhem Miller eyes.
Stop.
I'm dead. You're gagging on it. Also, our good Judy Joy Ann Reid went on the I've Had It podcast, saying things that I said days prior as it relates to classism, as it relates to racism, the class war, the inevitable civil war that we're going to be having. Like, I'm not far off. I'm not spitting craziness. I'm not quoting Joe Rogan. I'm not pulling facts from some turning point situation. Like, that's not what this is. Okay? I'm a prophet. I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing. And when I'm going to say something and put it on the internet, I'm going to say it with my full bus, and I'm not wrong. Because that's what our president does, is say opinions and makes policy based off opinions and not fact. And I'm here to tell you, I'm spitting facts of the future. Facts to life, facts to reality. Oh, also Kristen Stewart did an interview recently. I forget the publication. I put it in my pitch deck because I want people to come join me in my cute little studio. Obviously, I'm working on the decor, but I have a second microphone. So if anyone does ever want to come in and chat with me, the door's open. We don't have to make reservations at the public library anymore. You can just come hang out at my house with my cute, precious doggies. But yeah, she was talking to when I had the episode about Who has the right to tell a story? I think she saw my episode before going into that interview, because the things she said in that interview also sounded very similar to the things I was saying in that episode. So that's 2 episodes that I've had. Season 1 that we're hearing about in current mainstream media following my episodes airing. I'll just say that I'm back. I feel motivated to continue this. And yeah, this is fun. Also, things to talk about. I think I just wanted to mention, that Alana Glazer has a podcast too. And her reasonings for starting Le Pod are very similar to mine. It's just like, if Joe Rogan gets to do this and Theo Vaughn, so do we. And like, oh my God, major pop culture news. Amy Poehler won the Golden Globe, the first Golden Globe for podcasting. You got all these douchebags out here circle jerking each other in their studio, and not one statue has been won. A woman won the first Golden Globe for podcasting. Hell yeah, brother. So with that, that's kind of a nice segue, I guess, to talk about some this or that. I've been very, very busy watching lots and lots of content, lots of programs. I love my programs. So I'm going to share some of them with you, and what you should be watching and what you shouldn't be watching, because there's a lot of stuff out there right now. It's the new year, and all the streamers are releasing like all their stuff. They want to get all your New Year's Q1's open, people. Christmas is over. Put the decorations away. It's time to make the money. Money. Q1, new shows. Everyone's depressed. No one wants to follow their New Year's resolutions. Let's get them on the couch. So here we are. We're going to jump right into it. There's a lot of horny TV and movies and film and media out there. Lots and lots of horny content. Lots of horny sports shows. The obvious is Heated Rivalry on HBO Max. No, not for me. You can tell watching it that it's like a YA novel, which, like, that's fine. I'm not a big Twilight fan. That's not my MO. I'm glad. I love to see that we're all loving gay porn. Like, I love that we as a nation are all watching gay porn on TV on Thursdays, and like, it's gap bridging, really, when you think about it. Like, people know about lube, people know about poppers, people know about douching. Like, it's honestly, the visibility has done wonders for the community, I can only imagine. All that being said, it's not a great show. And I don't really like the kind of attitude, energy towards the subject matter. Because you should be able to replace Heated Rivalry with gay porn in a conversation and it not sound bad. So, like, if you're like, ooh, did you see Heated Rivalry? And you're kind of like scandalizing it and fetishizing it. Like what they're doing in that show is nothing crazy. It's crazy because we've never seen it on TV before. It's never been depicted in mainstream media. So that is what is groundbreaking. But, like, it's not any kinky salaciousness. So I'm not impressed. Now, if you are looking for some horny sports content that is worth watching, I really enjoyed him. A lot of like the cinephile movie bros who I would love to invite on this pod, and we can have a discussion. I don't think really liked it. It wasn't like a super powerful movie. I'm trying to remember if it even got any nominations. But again, this is just smut. I'm just giving you a little smut recommendation, okay? If you're looking to get a little randy while you're watching some media, I recommend him on Peacock. Why? There's a little more nuance to it. Like, there is no butt sex. There is no blowjobs. There is no cottage. However, the sexual tension is alive and well. And like these men are straight, right? They're not out, but we know they want to suck each other's pee-pees. We know they want to be in a butt. They want to be in a butt. B-U-T-T butt. So watching that and like, yeah, when he was like hooked up to all the things and the ice bath and the sauna and the steam room stuff. Again, athlete shit that was played up in Heated Rivalry. You're getting all of that and you're getting it all in a movie in a nice, tight, LOL, nice, tight hour and 40 minutes. Okay? Like it doesn't need to be this drawn out 6-8 episode limited series run on HBO Max. Okay, HBO Max is cutting edge. Like, I want to watch vampires like have sex with each other, bloody vampire true blood sex. That is what HBO is all about. This is just vanilla gay sex. There's no sex swings. I have seen some dark stuff, okay, that I can't talk about on Spotify or YouTube, I don't think. So I'm gonna just leave it there. But there's a lot more than just what y'all saw on Heated Rivalry, okay? So it's giving very amateur, it's giving very prude, it's giving very voyeuristic, and all y'all are nasty, nasty freaks. But thanks for the views, thanks for the visibility, and yeah, shout out to the gays. But if you notice, the gays aren't watching it. It's all a bunch of single white women. So what does that tell you, right? Moving on. Horny murder content. Horny murder content. These are both two Netflix movies. Nope, one's a movie, one's a series. These are both on Netflix. One was The Suitcase Killer, and the other His and Hers. I believe The Suitcase Killer took place or is based on true events, where His and Hers is not. However, Suitcase Killer, I'm very confused. I was looking to see if it was a Hallmark movie originally, but it is a Netflix original. It feels and watches very much like a Hallmark movie. I wasn't prepared for that. I watch a lot of murder documentaries or like retellings, and yeah, they're cheesy. They're a little bit corny, but I don't usually get full tilt Hallmark. I was getting that with this, and had I been warned, had I known, I guess I should have known from like the cover, the like imagery, that it was going to be like that. But it came off kind of cheap, and I wish I could have appreciated it more like with a camp lens. Maybe that's what they were going for. But all to say, I'm not gonna rewatch it to give it that second chance. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that moving. I will find the actual documentary on this case instead, because allegedly it was based on real events. I will say the sex was hot. The men, I mean to say, that lady who allegedly didn't kill all these people, she was fucking a lot of hot men. So, but again, that was just the castings choice. I would love to see the real documentary or the real case, the real Dateline, to see if these men were really that fine. What can you watch instead of The Suitcase Killer? You should watch His and Hers. Now that is some horny murder that I can get into. If you're looking for some horny murder with an actual good plot and good writing, his and hers. My goodness. Hot, sexy, fun, great twist at the end. You're going to love it. It's got Tessa Thompson, who has a face that I recognize. But then I looked her up. She's just like in a bunch of straight man movies, like the Creed movies, that kind of thing. So obviously that didn't come across my desk. But probably explains why I've like seen her on red carpets and stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl, gorgeous gowns, gorgeous, gorgeous gowns. Shane from The Walking Dead, hot straight man. I don't need to know his name. They're a dime a dozen, but nice to look at. Great muscles, great physique. And yeah, so it's like homegirl Tessa plays a reporter and Shane plays a deputy sheriff, and they both think each other did it. So she's like reporting on it and he's investigating it, and like they think they're each other's main suspects. And so that's great. And like the journalist girl, she's like fucking her cameraman, and the murder was found after this girl was fucking some guy in the woods, and there's like all these open relationships. So lots of sex, lots of muscles, heterosexual, so it's not too kinky. You can watch it with your kids. And it's got Sunita Mani, who I've been a huge fan. She's been on my radar for quite some time. She was in Search Party. She was in Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, that Netflix show. Also Servant on Apple TV. She had a couple episodes, and also Everything Everywhere All at Once. So go watch his and hers, because that Sunita honey, she is everything. She is everything, and she is everywhere all at once. More murder on Netflix. Wayward. Pass. Don't do Wayward. Do Missing, Dead or Alive instead. One is docu-style, one is scripted. Toni Collette does give a 5-star performance in Wayward, I have to say. And May is so hot. I have not been that attracted to someone with that gender expression before. And it's working for me. But the plot, the writing, everything else, the ending in itself, like, just don't commit, because you're watching it and you're thinking it is good, and then you get to the ending and it's horrible, and I wish I never started it. So don't watch it. But watch Missing, Dead or Alive. That was cool. That was like elevated Dateline style. It was unscripted, but had a very high production value. If you're somebody who likes happy endings, season 1 is your jam. If you don't care, you can watch both seasons. Next category, same show but hotter. The Beast in Me, another Netflix program, had all the right ingredients. Claire Danes, Brittany Snow, the bitch that's like in everything, Parks Dead to Me. I think she's in Grey's too. She plays like a lesbian in something. I don't know. Great cast. Should have been awesome. Just wasn't. Don't know what to tell you there. However, it did completely copy practically to the story beat Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. If you haven't seen Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, they just added it to Peacock, so you can watch it for free. Or if you pay for Peacock, it's not free. But yeah, if you've never seen that movie, it's now available on Peacock with your subscription. I highly recommend that. Exact same plot, exact same story, way hotter. Trigger warning, very, very graphic rape scene. But very satisfying rape revenge scene as well. So if you can make it through the first part, the payoff, in my opinion, is worth it. Not a Christmas movie, even though it does take place on Christmas. I got in a lot of trouble for showing that last year. Yeah, I pitched it to my boyfriend as a Christmas movie. He didn't appreciate it. I didn't give him the trigger warning either. So it's not a Christmas movie. Don't watch it with your family, but watch it instead of The Beast in Me. Watch Girl with the Dragon Tattoo instead. See what I did there? See how it was like Beast, Dragon. Oh, categories, honey. Next category is not a this or that, but it's actually just to let you know that there's some good laughs available. Um, my last recommendation was quite dark. So if you're just looking for some good-hearted laughs, Free Burt is, I hope, number one by now. But when I was watching it, it was number two. It had just came out on Netflix. Free Burt, Burt Kreischer, and Ava Ryan's debut, TV debut. Ava Ryan is the little girl from Vine who's like, I smell like beef and frickin' bats. She's on TV now. She's all grown up and she's talking about wanting to give a hand job to a boy in school and says fuck a lot, which is kind of fun. Oh, the kids, they grow up so fast. They grow up so fast. And speaking of really good debuts, Robbie Hoffman, who is hubby baby wifey to Gabby Windy, has had her debut comedy special debut on Netflix. I think I've said debut 13,000 times already. So good, so lesbian, so queer, so funny. Go watch it. Go laugh. After you watch Dragon Tat, because you're gonna need it. And then my last two things are also just good recommendations. Movies. I do watch movies sometimes. It's not all TV. One Battle After Another. Leonardo DiCaprio. Tiana Taylor. I mean, how fun has it been to watch her go from My Super Sweet 16 to the Golden Globes red carpet to soon the Oscars? Girl, you know she's about to snatch it up. I would have liked to see more Regina Hall, though. That I do feel she was criminally underused. But that's fine. That's fine. Would love to see that, or Begonia is the other recommendation, the other movie I saw over winter hiatus. So fun. What seeing a movie should feel like. Just out there. Aliens are having their moment. I don't know what I mean by that. I just really feel like aliens are going to have their moment. And yeah, this is the start. Yeah, those are the best two movies of the year, like of the season so far. Great commentary, kind of like metaphor of also like women in the workplace. What I was picking up when watching Begonia. Very thought-provoking and just cool and different and original, which is all you can ask for, really. So that is all the stuff that I watched that I feel like you should or shouldn't watch. Yay. What are we watching now? A quick run through my sketchball. Mondays are for Real Housewives of Potomac. And before you at me, I understand that all of these are like a day late because Potomac airs on Sundays on Bravo, but I don't have cable, so I watch it on Mondays when it comes on Peacock. So Mondays are for Potomac. Wednesdays are for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which is just wrapping up. Depending on when this comes out, it might already be over. But if it is over, that's okay because that means Summer House is back. And I mentioned Amanda and Kyle. Another thing I mentioned last season that ended up happening. I need my water. Another thing that happened that I talked about was Amanda Batula and Kyle Cook from Summer House separated. And I was just saying how this season's going to be a big one because things in their personal life boil over into the show and then continue on into their lives when the cameras are down and then come back. Like, it doesn't stop. They're not characters. There's no script. And sure enough, before the season's even been able to air, we received news that Amanda and Kyle are separating. So that tells you just how good that season's going to be. It's going to be juicy. There's going to be lots of fights. We're all going to be like our own armchair attorneys, divorce attorneys, like finding all his faults. It's going to be a riot. Okay, and then Thursdays is obviously for Traitors. I think I'm going to have an entire Traitors episode dedicated to that show. I'm a die hard, live long, faithful to the show. I'm not a traitor. I would love to be a traitor, but I'm horrible at lying. watched it since it aired. Also, there's a UK version that I've also watched all the seasons of. Great program. I'm going to save the things I have to say about that show for the Traders episode. And then Fridays is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and this new show Stumble. I should have done that in the this or that category. I watched The Paper, which is kind of like the Office spinoff, mockumentary style TV show like Parks and Rec. No. However, Stumble shot the same way, but it's like a mockumentary of Cheer. I don't know if you watched the Cheer documentary with Monica Navarro, Cheer, on Netflix, but it's kind of like a take on that. They've got a big competition to get ready for, yada, 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 this, that, and that thing. Kristen Chenoweth is in it. So good. So good. That airtime has been kind of moving around. I put down Fridays, but I think it's doing better than they anticipated. So like they've been shuffling that one's airtime around to try to get it more views, I think. And then last but not least, Sundays. HBO Sundays are so back. We've got The Industry, as well as A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Industry is like a slutty little like Wall Street show, but takes place in the UK. And like short sale this and close the offer. Let me get 50,000 quid in this stock and exchange it for that and da 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 da. And then because it's like this and like everyone's on cocaine, like they all just like fuck each other after. Very HBO. Love that program. And then I'm pleasantly surprised. I've seen so far one episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Who cares? I'm looking forward to it. A lot of humor. The dragon one was boring. We all were just watching it for the dragons. We all watched Game of Thrones for the sex. This one's going to be funny, I think. I think this one's going to be really funny. I laughed. I chuckled quite a few times. So all good things to be watching on what's currently on the air. And that's your pop culture media wrap up. Oops. I keep forgetting I can't move my phone, my microphone. And that is our pop culture media roundup. Thank you for joining. So yeah, now what I want to do is kind of get into the main bulk of the episode. What I really wanted to chat about is this trend of the returning to 2016 and the romanticizing of 2016 and the nostalgia of it all. And I'm not really sure, like, are we all having our own renaissance simultaneously? Are we bringing back the trends, and which trends are we bringing back? Because all I've noticed that we're bringing back is homophobia. And I'm not interested in bringing homophobia back into 2026. That can stay in 2016 where it belongs. Okay? Because we need to talk about a gentleman. I was just scrolling TikTok, minding my own business, when this gentleman came across my feed. It was in response to the New Year's Eve ball drop in New York, Times Square, where they showed on the screen two men kissing after it struck midnight. For those of you who have been living under a rock, it is a tradition for couples to kiss, or those who you fancy a kiss, when the clock strikes midnight, to bring good luck and good sex and prosperity into your new year. And it, for some reason, ruffled a bunch of feathers. And I'm just confused why. Because it's not like they only showed gay men kissing on New Year's. They showed a straight couple kissing first, followed by a gay couple kissing. And you're seeing all this backlash and they're shoving it down our throats. They're shoving it down our throats. Shoving what down your throat? You were shoving down the heterosexual agenda down mine. we got to see them kiss first. So, and then it cuts to a gay couple. Like, what? It's not like he was on his knees, like fucking hog-tied Eiffel Tower. We're just getting double penetrated. Like, what are we talking about? It was the exact same kiss. They showed a straight couple first, and then they cut to a gay couple doing the exact same thing, and that is somehow a problem? Like, make it make sense. I'm so over this. Tired, lame, embarrassing, closeted narrative of people being so grossed out. I've been trying to practice that, whatever happens on your phone only lives on your phone. And all of that goes away the second you put it down. And it does make me feel somewhat better, but it's not making me feel perfect. It's not making all the bad feelings go away. So I need to let off some steam here. Big Tony Baloney. Baloney, obviously spelled Baloney, because he's an illiterate fuck. Why'd you add the E in baloney? If you're just trying to make it look like Tony, just do Oney, like Tony. Or spell Tony, Tonogna, Tony, Tononi. Like Tononi Baloney. I don't know. I'm not telling you how to live your life. But you sure seem to want to tell us how to live our life. He posted a TikTok mocking the kiss, being like, ew, what the fuck? And like breaking the TV or throwing his remote because like the 2026 is already ruined because he had to see two guys kissing on TV. I don't want to see two gross straight couples making out on TV, okay? I've had to watch it for 33 years. So yeah, on my 34th year, I got to see two gays kissing on TV at New Year's. Sorry you hated it. I don't care. But he's not the only one that thinks this. The comments are disgusting on this post. That video has over 2 million views. Gross. We're talking about a guy that's like still making Helen Keller jokes in 2025. Like, this boy is not funny. He's not original. He's illiterate. He has this like other TikTok where he like duets a video where it's a couple and they're like, oh, nothing beats this. And it's like it's a montage of them doing like romantic shit together. And then he's like, oh, well, this does. And it's him. And like, what is this, Tony? You and this old man just pounding Michelob Ultras like a bunch of little pussy bitches. Like, what is a Michelob Ultra? Like 5%, maybe at most? What, you're trying to watch your figure? Like, drink an IPA like a real man. Like, no, what, you can't handle a 9%er? So you have to just sip on these little cans of piss with this old man. Who is he? Is he your sugar daddy? Like, I really don't understand. Like, what is going on? How is this any better than some other couple minding their own business? Why do you have to go out of your way and show this? Like, I don't understand. Now that is called shoving something down your face. That is called showing something that I don't want to see. I hope it's your sugar daddy sitting here playing online blackjack on your Dell laptop. Are you kidding? Yeah, nobody wants that life. Whose money is that, by the way? I hope that man is your sugar daddy and not your grandfather, because you're spending your fucking grandfather's welfare checks and social security checks that you're actively voting to defund is your whole income stream for your Michelob Ultras, because you're too busy spending your unemployment check on all those ugly ass fucking tattoos, because you sure as hell didn't pay for braces because your teeth look like worse than the fucking... So yeah, let's leave behind the white trash homophobia in 2016 where it belongs. How about that? I think that's a good idea. What we should be concerned about is our malls. Our malls need us. The malls of America have been forgotten. And it is a shame and it is a travesty. We want to bring back 2016. We need to bring back mall culture. Okay, people? Like, I was just at the mall over the holiday trying to do some shopping. I dead ass was trapped. I entered the top level of the mall, as one does during the holidays, because that's where all the parking is. So I just booked it to the top, found my parking, enter the mall. I'm stuck on the 5th level of the Glendale Galleria. I can't get down. The one elevator that takes you down from the top Dick's Sporting Goods to the bottom Dick's Sporting Goods. Out of service. Not one, not two, but 3 escalators out of service. Well, Zach, if it's out of service, just walk down it, just use it as normal stairs. Not an option, unfortunately. They had it like all barricaded off and the other side was working. So like I couldn't. So I had to exit the mall and then get in the elevator of the parking garage to then go down another level into the mall. Destitute. Sad. Embarrassing, Glendale Galleria. Rick Caruso. What are you up to, buddy? Huh? All these stores are shutting down and what's going into it. I would love to see what all these random ass stores. There's nothing even to buy at the mall. Everyone at the mall looks sad these days. The longest line, the busiest establishment in the mall is the Dunkin' Donuts. I don't understand what happened to, like, is it the Amazon of it all? Did people stop shopping? Everything's too expensive. We need to be making things less expensive so we can go to the mall with our friends. Everyone wants third spaces. I can't spend 5 minutes on TikTok without seeing somebody else marketing their cool new third space for people to come have matcha. Go to the mall, bro. We would go to the mall. And I'm getting that age where you're walking through the mall and it's like, oh, this used to be a that. Oh, yeah. I remember when that was a this and da-da-da-da-da-da. And by the way, the things that are being replaced is not cool. It's not good shit. Like, everyone's so worried about the Somali daycares or whatever the hell's going on. Like, we need to be looking at these businesses inside these that are popping up inside these malls, because I can guarantee you it's money laundering for Rick Caruso, owner of the Galleria, the Americana, and the Grove. You're putting up fake businesses where nobody's shopping, fake clothes, fake oranges, fake food. That, like the interview. I'm doing a little James Franco bit. Anyhow, I don't know. Leave the Somalians alone. Come check out the Glendale Galleria, okay? Because you're going to be shook. The Urban Outfitters alone should tell you in what bad shape we are as a society. And the big one that was at the Americana got moved inside to the Glendale Galleria. The Americana location is being replaced by a Skims. I mean, God, that's depressing. Like, I want to go to the mall and eat a Cinnabon. I don't want to look at Kim Kardashian's ass stuffed into some spandex magnified by 3, 4, 5 stories of advertisement. It's going to be just her ass. I can't, you guys. I can't. So that's my prescription, is we need to get back in the malls and we need to, like, make things cool again, okay? I want an orange Julius and I want to hang out by a fountain and like do whatever Casey Musgrave said. Go back to the simple times. And I know it's like easier said than done, right? Like, how do you just make the mall cooler? I think what we need to start is Ticketmaster, because Ticketmaster makes everything so expensive. So if Ticketmaster gets regulated, so it's not robbery to go to these events anymore, then we would have reasons to go to the mall and get cute outfits and go shopping and hang out. But because none of us are going to events anymore, because no one can get concert tickets anymore unless you're paying $700 on your firstborn son. So, yeah, I think we focus after this episode. Let's all get on our laptops, our phones. Let's send an email to Ticketmaster and be like, hey, all those service fees that you've been collecting over these years, we need to divert those funds to a mall budget and get some sick ass stores in here. Like, Urban Outfitters used to be cool. It used to be edgy. I used to work there. Like, there was like a school shooting and there was like a shirt that was like made to try to be in process of it, and it totally missed. It was like bloodstained and shit, and we had to like take it off the shelves right away, and it was like this whole thing. It was like crazy. But like, can you imagine with all the ICE stuff going on right now, like what an Urban Outfitters or like its modern day equivalent could be looking like these days? What does the 2026 Spencer's look like? I don't know. That's not for me to decide, but I think that's what should happen. So I think where we start is Ticketmaster, and then the way that trickle down economics works, because obviously I'm an economist and a prophet and all seeing, all knowing. I think those all, like we have AI people being sworn in as colonel lieutenants. I don't know if you guys know about that either. Like literally like people who dedicated their whole lives, like there's like 16 ranks in like the army or whatever, our military. And these people just jumped 14 ranks just because what? They do AI shit? I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'm also an economist now, and I think that's how economy is going to work. We're going to sue Ticketmaster. We're all going to reach out to Ticketmaster. They're going to funnel some funds. They're going to funnel some funds into some mall budgets and some mall committees, and then we are going to have cute outfits to shop for and cute events to shop for outfits for. And that is how we're going to bring 2016 back to 2026. Thank you. Good night. And I'll see you next time.